Okay, so been a great Monday. Hope you're having a good one. I had a few emails and a few messages that I want to address, and I'm putting this on TikTok, and I'm going to throw it over on YouTube because it goes more on YouTube than it does here, but because everybody's kind of both places, it's fine. On last week, I think it was Thursday, I did a live, and in that live, Kendall and I were telling some things, correcting some stories and some mistruths out there about Pink Cat Sarah. Well, I also shared some messages from Dawn Bowker, who was involved in writing emails with Nick in 2019. And we told some of that story, and it's progressed. Look, guys, I told y'all if you want to use my content, that's fine. Say where you got it from. But I also said use the whole thing. Tell people the whole story, not bits and pieces. And there have been bits and pieces put out there of not the full thing where things are getting twisted. Come on. Why is Gypsy freaking out because Dawn Bowker wanted to message her? Maybe because she wants away from all this? Common sense. I mean, maybe that lacks in some places. I don't know. I think you guys are reading way more into it than it needs to be. But you do you, right? What was the other one? Hold on. There was something else. Oh, Christy didn't reach out to us out of the blue. I talk to Christy often. I don't talk to her daily. It's not something we don't talk daily, but when we do, we talk for hours. So that's probably why we don't talk daily, okay? So it's not uncommon for her to reach out to me about something or just to say, hey, what are you doing? It just so happens I had just told her and sent her a screen recording of Pink Hat saying she bankrolled Dawn Bowker. So when Dawn Bowker reached out to Christy, it was a, you'll never guess what just happened kind of thing. Quit making it more than what it is. Seriously. I don't understand the obsession. I don't. I seriously don't. It baffles me. But the one thing that I wanted to address in this, because I wasn't even planning on addressing those things, they just popped in my head. So I had some messages about a comment. There were some things said on Sir Morbid's live. And in that, they were asking Becca Scoops if, because I have emails and history with all of that happened in 2019, if I could be in trouble or something to that thing. I didn't go listen to it. So I'm just not going to go looking for boogers in the shadows. I'm just not. So here's the thing, and it was said, how did they word it to me? That I needed to contact Toddy to give all of my information so it could go to law enforcement. No, guys. Here's the thing. If law enforcement, if there's an investigation coming from any of that and law enforcement has questions, Toddy and Becca Scoops have my phone number. Feel free to give them my name and phone number. I will gladly talk to law enforcement. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. I'm not worried about a lawsuit. I'm not worried about charges. I'm not worried about any of that because I've done nothing wrong. But I'm not giving over all of my communications and things I have to internet people. Like, do you guys hear yourselves? What do I owe anybody? Come and ask me, I'll talk to you about it. But I don't have to give over all of this stuff to people for some investigation. Like, where does that make sense to anybody? Seriously, I'm really curious. Where does that make sense to anybody? Because it doesn't to me. And let's face it, if there is an investigation and I hand over files to Toddy and Becca and they take those files and they hand it to law enforcement, how legitimate is any of that I've handed over? Because it's broken a chain of custody. Law enforcement's going to want their information directly from me if they have questions for me. They're not going to want to hear my testimony through Becca and through Toddy. I'm sorry, I have nothing against Becca and Toddy. I've had good conversations with both. However, I don't owe them anything. And they aren't law enforcement. I don't know how that makes sense to anybody. I don't. And I'm not being disrespectful. And somebody's taking that disrespectful, well, I'm sorry. But Come on, guys. Seriously. Seriously, use your heads. You use the thing that's inside that skull, that brain that you have, and think common sense, guys. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Look, I don't think there's anything with any of it anyways that law enforcement's even going to give a damn about. Nothing come of any of that. To the best of my knowledge. I mean, Nick's trial was over with. I mean, guys, Nick took the life of somebody, brutally took the life of somebody. Whether he was manipulated or not, he's responsible for that. There are many people in prison with mental illness and Asperger's and mental retardation who do horrible, horrible crimes, and they still have to pay for it. There's no change in that. I mean, I'm all about a new trial, fair trial, better sentence. I'm all about that. But you guys are acting like he shouldn't be in there at all, that he didn't do anything wrong. He took the life of somebody brutally. Did y'all not see some of that? Did y'all not read the autopsy report? I mean, I have a video about it. Go watch it. We break it down with a really cool AI thing. It's rough. There are other emails out there before this that aren't a lot better. Anyways, I shouldn't even have gone off on that little tangent. I went off the merry-go-round, just saying. Anyways, I am not handing over things to other content creators so they can go to law enforcement. And no offense, the stuff I have given them, they don't use correctly anyways, or don't even ask me what it is I gave them. Because I'm not a credible source, evidently, because I worked with Fancy. And according to her today, I was involved from the very beginning and helped write emails. You're full of shit. I'll prove that too. That's another video coming with receipts. All right. Guys, find another case to bring some attention to. You guys bring some attention to stuff. I give you that. You guys bring a lot of attention to stuff. I have a couple cold cases. I'm glad to give you the information. Bring some eyes to it. Let's get some justice for crimes that don't have people behind bars for those crimes. Those families who could really use to know who hurt their loved ones. I'll hook you up. Anyways, you guys have a great week. I'm going to sit over here and enjoy farm life and get some content for you guys. Membership Live coming up Wednesday. See y'all.